Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we'll be sharing our circumcision experience, like my baby's circumcision experience. This is our own experience. I know not everybody believes in circumcision. I just want to, walk mothers down what we encountered on the day we took our baby for his circumcision. Alright, so before that day I already made research about what this whole circumcision thing entails. I've never had a baby before, and this is my first time experiencing all of this. So I called a couple of friends to ask, okay, what am I supposed to look out for, and the likes, share. And almost everybody said the same thing, which is what I actually even experienced by the time we got to the hospital. On the day of the circumcision, we woke up very early to get the baby to the hospital. I think we're even the first of the seven children to be circumcised. We were the first that got there. We did the necessary check-ins, and we waited for all other children to come in, because the hospital actually told us that they would not start if we are not complete. They will not want to start the process and start moving on and continue. So luckily for us, we had everybody on ground. They went ahead to orientate everybody. Like, we sat in the waiting area, where very close to where the procedure was going to happen, and then they kind of gave us an orientation on what to expect. They gave us there's this paper they printed that already had the rules and regulations, like all the do's and don'ts that comes with this circumcision, what they expect us to do, what we should not do, things that should not be applied on the spot, on the baby's what we like call it now, you shall understand, sha. So private parts, that's especially where that procedure is going to be carried out. So they walked us through and asked if anyone had any questions and the likes, and they even explained what circumcision is all about and why some people don't believe in it. Why? So after the explanation, my child was the first, because like I said, of the children that were going to be circumcised, that they were the first to get there. So the procedure started, and yeah, the two came in and did the whole thing, and then I heard the cry. By the time they brought him to us, it was just, he had stopped crying, but I heard him cry while the procedure was being done. It didn't even take more than, sure, maybe 5 minutes. He was out, and by the time they brought him out, he was crying. We just pet him a little, and then he slept. So we were told to wait a bit at that waiting area to be sure that he's not going to bleed, right? Because one of the things they wrote in that paper was that if the child is bleeding, maybe you should bring the child back to the hospital. Also, the expectation is that the ring, because it was the ring on we did for my baby, the ring should fall off within 5 to 7 days. But if it doesn't fall off, then bring the baby back to the hospital. So when that was done, when this procedure was completed, they asked us to wait a bit just to check that the child wasn't bleeding. And after like some minutes, they checked his pampers and they said that it was fine. They asked us to go. On my own part, I made sure that I changed his pampers, that his diaper, more often than when we had not done the circumcision. So the frequency of changing his diaper was more, because to minimize the risk of infection, like to avoid him having infection. Then we continued bathing him normally, just as advised by the doctor. Told us to bathe him normally, no special uniqueness, but change of diaper was something that we took very serious, like it was more often than usual. Also, we monitored the days. I think the ring fell off maybe in 3 to 4 days, and the doctor had said that if it doesn't follow by 7th day, we should bring the child back. But luckily for us, we didn't even apply anything. They told us not to apply anything. Meanwhile, when I called my friends, they said we can apply something. But when I was at the hospital, I saw that on the paper that was given to us, they told us not to apply anything. So I was really like worried. I asked the doctor over and over again. The doctor said, "Madam, don't apply anything." So I was shocked, even as the days went by, that hey, this one they asked us not to apply anything. Hope I'm not going to have myself to blame, but luckily for me, I didn't apply anything, and the thing was properly done. It was okay. When we got home, he didn't even cry. As after the cry we had, at the hospital when the procedure was done. It was not cranky at all. It just slept and it was fine. Because I was already praying to God that I don't want this baby to cry, and luckily for me, it didn't cry. So yeah, that was the whole experience. Within by the third to fourth day, I guess the thing already fell off and we were good. So I hope you're able to learn one or two from this. Some people say their baby cry a lot. Like, in short, that is possible, but you just have to pet the baby, be ready to breastfeed, comfort the baby, maybe with your breast milk. Try to, skin to skin would also help the child. I've made some research before that day, so it kind of helped me to prepare myself mentally ahead of that day. So I just want to advise also that getting knowledge when it comes to these baby things. Yes, your experience with other mamas might not be the same thing, but at least it's kind of gives you some. You're not caught unaware. Sure, you understand. So that's just it. See you in my next video. Bye.